Why Lewis Hamilton left McLaren. Lewis Hamilton is the best of the best in Formula One history. How did he get there? Lewis Hamilton is the best F1 driver of all time. He has won more than any other driver in history and has been the champion 4 times. His career stats are impressive, and it's hard to find a better racing driver. But Lewis decided to leave McLaren and join Mercedes, and in this video, we're going to discover why. Hello guys, welcome to F1 Freaks. Lewis Hamilton broke into Formula One at the age of 22 when he was signed by McLaren as a test driver for their 2007 season. He was given his first race start with McLaren at the United States Grand Prix, where he finished 8th, earning him a contract for 2008. Hamilton went on to win his first title in 2008, followed by back-to-back titles in 2009 and 2010. In 2011, he took Mercedes to their first Constructors' Championship in their debut year on F1, which set them up for success over the next few years, as they were. Lewis Hamilton struggles and success in his early days with McLaren. Lewis Hamilton has shown his talent in the sport of Formula One since he was a child. He's shown his skills as a driver and achieved success in the early years of his career. Lewis Hamilton is one of the most successful drivers in Formula One history. He's won 3 World Championships, 62 Grand Prix, and secured over 350 podium finishes in his career. Hamilton struggled on his way to achieving success. His early career seasons were not as successful as they are today, and he was often criticized for not being able to handle pressure well enough and was often described as boring. Lewis Hamilton is one of the most successful and highly regarded drivers in Formula One history. He's won 3 consecutive World Championships, 62 Grand Prix, and secured over 350 podium finishes in his career. Hamilton struggled on his way to achieving success, but he became a highly regarded driver and accomplished many things during his career that were never thought possible. Rise of Lewis Hamilton to F1 champion. After Lewis Hamilton's victory in the 2018 Formula One World Champion, he became the youngest ever F1 champion. Lewis Hamilton is a British racing driver who has won 4 Formula One World Championships and 3 Drivers' Championships. He's currently driving for Mercedes-AMG Petronas. He's considered to be one of the greatest F1 drivers of all time, and is widely regarded as one of the greatest sportsmen in history. What made Lewis and McLaren's relationship so interesting? Lewis Hamilton's relationship with McLaren is what made it so interesting. The two have had a complicated and tumultuous history, but it has always been an exciting one. Lewis Hamilton was the first British driver to win the Formula One World Championship in 2008. He's been with McLaren since he was 11 years old. The 2008 season was tense for Hamilton and McLaren, as he, along with the team, were in a close title race with Ferrari's Felipe Massa, and then became embroiled in a fight with Ferrari driver Kimi Räikkönen over the lead. He eventually lost out to Massa, but continued his strong form to finish second in the championship. Also guys, if you're loving the content so far, please consider dropping a like and make sure to subscribe. Did Lewis escape McLaren? In the 2018 Formula One season, Lewis Hamilton left his former team McLaren for rival team Mercedes. This sparked many debates about whether Lewis had left McLaren on good terms or not. The question of whether Lewis had left McLaren on good terms was answered in a recent interview with Lewis Hamilton himself. He said that he did leave on good terms, and that he never would have been able to leave McLaren if they didn't give him a better offer. The McLaren Honda Formula One team is currently based in Woking, United Kingdom. It's been around since 1983, but was created as a partnership between McLaren Racing and Honda. In 2011, the team became wholly owned by Honda and changed their name to McLaren Honda. In 2017, after 4 years of bad performance, they were replaced by Force India for the 2018 Formula One season. Lewis leaves McLaren to join Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton has left McLaren and is now a Mercedes driver. This is the first time in Formula One history that a reigning world champion has changed teams. Lewis Hamilton's decision to leave McLaren was unexpected, but it makes sense in the context of Formula One's recent changes. In the past few years, F1 has seen a shift away from its traditional powerhouses like Ferrari and Mercedes towards new teams like Red Bull, who've been dominating recently. Why Lewis Hamilton left McLaren for Mercedes in 2019. Lewis Hamilton left McLaren for Mercedes in 2019. He said he was not happy with the team's lack of progress and their inability to win a single championship. Lewis Hamilton's decision to leave McLaren came after he felt that the team was not progressing enough and that they were not winning any championships. This led him to join Mercedes, which is currently dominating Formula One with Lewis at the wheel. Lewis Hamilton left McLaren after he felt that their lack of progress and inability to win a single championship led him to leave. December 2017, Lewis Hamilton wins championship on December 29, 2017. Lewis Hamilton clinches his 5th Formula One World Championship in Mexico City. This was the first time that he achieved this feat, and the 3rd race of the season where he won championship, which led to Mercedes increasing their lead in the general rankings. Lewis Hamilton is a British racing driver who currently drives for Mercedes-AMG. He has won a record 5 Formula One World Championships and 87 Grand Prix. He is the only driver in history to win a race in every single season he's competed, which spanned 3 decades. Lewis Hamilton left McLaren after he felt that their lack of progress and inability to win a single championship led him to leave. Introduction. What does Lewis Hamilton's departure from McLaren mean for Formula One? Lewis Hamilton's departure from McLaren has been a shock to the sport. But despite the loss of one of its most marketable and recognizable faces, Formula One is still a force to be reckoned with. Lewis Hamilton left McLaren for Mercedes in what is believed to be a $35 million deal. The British driver will join Nico Rosberg, and Lewis will take on the role of number 2 driver. This move could be seen as an attempt by Mercedes to put pressure on Ferrari and Red Bull Racing, who is currently dominating Formula One with their success in recent years. This move also comes at a time when Formula One is looking for ways to increase revenue by making it more accessible to fans around the world. This could have been one of the reasons why Lewis decided to leave McLaren in favor of Mercedes. McLaren has lost Lewis Hamilton to Mercedes, but Formula One is still a force to be reckoned with. May 23rd, and why did Lewis Hamilton leave McLaren? Lewis Hamilton left McLaren in the middle of the season, but it is not clear why. Many people believe that it was because he wanted to test himself in a different environment and challenge himself. The decision is also surprising because Lewis had won more races than any other driver at McLaren. 6 wins out of 20 races so far this year. He won 3 out of 4 races before leaving. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you now know how F1 cars are made. We'll see you all in the next one. Till then, goodbye.